Alright folks, a few of you have asked me to comment on whether our pigments would be any good in colour grout, and Beverly Bird is just one of them, and she's asked me again today, so I'm going to do an experiment. I'm using this grout. My wife's got several types of grout in her workshop studio, and I've got no idea which one you're going to use. So I chose this one because it's probably the whitest, but unfortunately it does say that it's, although it's mold resistant, it is cement based grout. So I might have the same problem with this as I did with the concrete that I tried the other day. Anyway, I've got all my pigments ready from Bev's Choice, and I'm going to mix a little bit in each of these shot glasses here, plastic shot glasses, which are great by the way. I get them from Woolworths or Coles. These are the squeezy ones, not the hard plastic ones. Very easy to get old resin out of. So I use those. So I will come back to you soon when I've mixed the grout, and then we'll start experimenting. Cheers. Okay, my grout is mixed. It's going to be a little wetter than you would use for normal grout, because obviously it's not going to hold its shape. But I've done it like this so as I can pour it easily into my little shot glasses over there, rather than struggle digging it out. So back in a minute. Okay, Bev wants 12 samples, so I'm going to do 12 samples to see if this actually works in grout before she spends her money. So I will load these all up with the pigments she's chosen and see what we've got. Okay, all loaded now, and we've got at the beginning we've got Violet Red Gold, which is from Chameleon Series 2, and then we've got Violet Blue Green, which is also Chameleon Series 2. Then we've got Black Glitter, we've got Blue from the Solid Series, we've got Dark Blue from the Solid Series, we've got Rose Red from the Solid Series, and we've got Violet from the Solid Series, although that looks a bit black. Then we've got the Wine Red Mica Iron, and then we've got Gold Pearl, Red Bronze, Starlight Blue, and Dark Green. So let's see how they mix up. Okay, now they're all mixed. And what I had to do was add a little bit of gum arabic, because pigments are insoluble in water and you mix grout with water. They were proving difficult to mix in, so I added just a touch, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of gum arabic, just to break down that insolubility. And here are the results. I'm going to pour them out and let them set so as you can see them properly. But some of them appear to have done quite well. The Chameleons, as I expected, did not, mainly because you need to use a dark background for Chameleons. And of course, that means that the Chameleon sits on top of the dark background, not mixed in. So they are a failure, which I did expect. Also the Black Glitter, because Black Glitter is heavier than normal pigments, that's really all just sunk to the bottom. Maybe if I keep mixing it while it's dry, it'll stay sort of solid. We'll see. But the blue, the dark blue, the rose red, the violet, even the gold has done quite well. And now we're down to red bronze. Sorry, that's wine red. Red bronze. And this is the Starlight Blue, which again is one of those white pigments that needs to be on a dark background, so you can't really see the colour. And dark green also does very well. And I actually mixed some black up, which also does very, very well, if you like black grout. And then mixed some a Chameleon into that. But again, because it's mixed into the pigment and not sitting on top like a Chameleon is meant to do, you lose the effect. So anyway, I'll give them another 5 or 10 minutes to dry out a bit, because some of them are quite watery, and then I'll pour them on here and then you can see them properly. See you soon. Okay, here we are, poured out. I didn't get my water and powder mixes right, so I had to add a little bit more powder and a little bit more gum arabic just to make it pliable. And here are the results, but they're still wet, so I guess we've got to wait until they're dry. So we've got a chameleon, another chameleon, that's the red bronze, sorry, not red bronze, violet red gold, and this one here is violet blue green, and you can hardly see any colour. This one is black glitter, if I can get this thing to focus. There you go. Black glitter. And here's the blue, the bright blue. And here's the dark blue. And here's rose red. And here's a violet. Not that you can tell it's violet, it looks very, very dark. It is very dark pigment though, so it needs to be used sparingly really. This is gold. It's still a bit wet on top, as you can see. And then we've got wine red, we've got red bronze, we've got starlight blue, which is another one with very fine white pigment, so unlikely that we'd see anything there. Dark greens come up quite good, and black is amazing. Now bear in mind this powder is sort of off-white, it's not white, so I'm not getting the best results from the powder, and it is cement based, so I'm surprised I've got any colour, to be honest, given my experiment with concrete the other day. Anyway, that's about it, so we'll see how it dries and then we'll come back to them.